take us through where we're at the moment. Obviously, this is as of Monday, the 16th of March. Now, talking about that, we've obviously spoken a little bit about Asia and what's happened there, and some positive news really coming out. Let's talk a little bit about that, Barry. There's been some strict social distancing happening across that side, various other measures as well, and these have really shown to be effective in reducing the number of day-to-day cases. We've actually seen a dip in that graph.
Yeah, it's really, really good news, and it really gives me hope that we can actually beat this thing. Is that Asia, obviously, that's where it started, and that's where they first were dealing with it. And so the countries we're chatting about here is China, it's Hong Kong, it's South Korea, it's Singapore, it's Japan, those sort of nations. And they have put like strict measures in place to try and stop it, and they've actually stabilized the situation there. So like you say, day by day, they're having fewer new cases every single day. It's not to say it's been beaten at any stage of the imagination, right? Yeah. It definitely hasn't, because once you stop isolating, you go back into the real world, the cases will increase again. But what they've managed to do is slow down that spread and slow down the infections. And that's all you're trying to do here. You're not trying to kill it at its knees, you're trying to slow it down as best you can. And so hopefully we can learn from what's happened in Asia, especially in South Korea and those places, and apply it in our own jurisdictions to try and learn from the mistakes of them.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, that's just really, really promising stuff to see. One of the other things that a lot of people have been wondering about is obviously the Olympics. The Olympics due to take place later this year in Tokyo in Japan. And it looks like the committee is actually going to finally get together tomorrow, Tuesday, to have some talks. I mean, at this rate, it looks highly unlikely that this is going to actually take place in August.
Yeah, I can't see it happening. Even though the Olympics is super important and whatnot, it's too big an event, especially in this kind of climate, to actually make it work. So I don't see the Olympics going ahead. But again, it's trying to understand what does that mean for the economy of Tokyo, who's been preparing for this for years now, getting ready to host this event. What happens to all those people who've spent all this money, invested all this time and effort, and then the thing doesn't happen? So they've got some big decisions to make as to what they're going to do with that Olympics, and are they going to postpone it? Cancel it altogether? Are they going to try a smaller thing? Are they going to try a different location? I don't know what's going to happen there.
Absolutely. Well, we'll certainly have to see. Something as important as that is certainly going to have a lot of implications for all those people who were going to travel and go and actually see the Olympics. Obviously, bought tickets, bought accommodation, flights, all of that kind of thing. What happens to them in that case? We'll certainly have to see. Across the pond.